All right, what's up, gang? Today the vlog is supposed to be silent, but it's gonna be silent. But I want y'all to come with me for a second, man. Got some things I want to speak about. Yeah, y'all. So my wife, right? She asked me a question, bro, that I never ever really thought about. And the question was, what is my self-care routine? Now I don't know how important self-care is, but that was the moment that I realized I never had a self-care routine, bro. Never. In 39 years, I've never had a self-care routine. Now I don't know if that's like super important, but I've went all my life without a self-care routine. So it's actually crazy that she asked that question. And I had to really sit down and ponder on it. I said, ain't no way. I ain't had no damn self-care routine, you know, in all this time. And most men do it. Most men would probably go get haircuts, hang out with the fellas, go hoop, things like that. And I used to do those things, but I never looked at them as self-care. It was just something spontaneously I just wanted to do. You get what I'm saying? But I would think of a self-care routine as something that you do all the time when you need to unwind or relax yourself or something like that. And it's harsh. But yeah, man, she made me think about something. It's crazy when you think about it. All right, y'all, I gotta roll over here to Lowe's to get a part for my mom's sink. So y'all come roll with me, man. Y'all should be able to hear me, but I'm right here. But the problem is that I don't know what size the pipe is that comes outside, that comes out of her wall. This is right here. I know these are for like toilets and stuff. Don't look like I'm gonna be able to get it because I don't know what the size is. I have to go over there and take one off. Yeah, my mom, she want me to do this, but I don't really know what part I need. I'm gonna have to go over there and take it off. That's what's gonna have to happen. Take it off and then bring it up to one of these hardware stores. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Parking lot, ooh, bop, 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 bop. Yeah, I think I'm gonna find the right thing. If I'm not mistaken, I think she got the iron pipe kind. I'm gonna get some of those iron pipe ones. Let me see. These are all push to connect. I need the iron pipe. Iron pipe. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. These things are expensive too, boy. I tell you. And I think that all the pipes might be the same because when you build houses, they have a standard. So these things is expensive, man. I think I'm gonna get these. Put on the parking. Yep, I think I'm gonna get these. These probably be the ones. Come on, y'all, let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and head on out. All right, y'all. Got what I needed. Now it's time to head to where I gotta head to finish talking to y'all about what I want to talk about. If y'all looking at what's on the side of my head, it's my microphone, so I don't have to scream and holler at the camera, and y'all can still hear me. I hope y'all don't hear the wind, but this thing does not have wind reduction. The camera does, but these microphones don't. Maybe I'll be able to afford the actual DJI ones one of these days. But for anybody who's starting or trying to start content, you can see that any mic will work. They may not have all the features, but they all work. This man just tried to run over me, man. It's crazy. But I'll catch y'all. Man, you know, it's finally dark out here. Man, this camera does great in low light, and I ain't even got it in low light mode. But man, I want y'all to walk and talk with me for a minute. And you know, I forget that you can do this type of stuff around the city, but it's only so many times you want to get this type of footage in your video. You know, it'll be the same old videos. I mean, footage of Memphis and the Memphis Bridge and, you know, things of that nature. You eventually, you know, get tired of the same old footage. You know what I mean? Because typically that's what it is. And I come here a lot. When I do come down here and film footage, this is where I come. I'm looking like this shit would be repetitive for me. Yeah, man, one thing I've learned about this spot here, man, people come here to smoke weed like a motherfucker. It smell like straight goddamn ganja down here. Now, I ain't got nothing against it or nothing, but because I used to smoke it. But I'm starting to think weed is elite. Weed is legal here in Memphis now because they do it down here so much. But back to the topic of self-care, man. I don't think I just realized what my self-care is, like I said, man. And this is what it is, content, man. Trying to level up, trying to be better than what I was yesterday. You feel me? Trying to leave a legacy, you know, not just any kind of legacy, but a good legacy, a legacy that my family can continue to talk about. But it's some downsides to this being my self-care because it makes me a little selfish in a way. Not that I don't want to be around my family, but I know that I can't get nothing done being around them 24/7. So I have to create the life that I want so that I can be around my family. You feel me? I have to create that life, and that's what I'm doing, man. And you know, I can feel it in my soul that, man, I'm gonna be successful at this shit. People on the outside looking in may not feel like that, but I know I can because I've seen some success in content creation before, and I know that it's possible. And if I was to give anybody that's trying to be a content creator any kind of advice I would give is, look, when you start making money off of it, invest that shit. Save your money, compound your money. Because just as fast as you got it, you can lose it just as fast too. You know? And that's just one of them hardships of this shit that we all don't think about. We think that the money is just gonna come in droves, and it very well may. But let's be honest, y'all. We're some spenders. Yep, we some spenders. So as soon as we get a big load of money, man, the first thing we do is want to spend it, and that ain't gonna work with content creation. I'm telling you. That's why you see some of your favorite content creators, they get on and then they fall off. Right now, I'm trying to stay away from TikTok. I'm more so on the YouTube side of things. TikTok, I heard they playing with a lot of people money. Cause that's another thing about this content creation shit. You know, it's these different shots you see people get, man. That shit is work. And you gotta have your shots thought out. You know, people say every day, just pick up the camera, and it is that easy. But what's the plan once you pick it up? You feel me? That's the thing. What's the plan once you pick it up? But, you know, I figured out real quick today that me trying to level up and be a better person than what I was yesterday, that is my self-care. That's the stuff that makes me feel good. If I post a video and I get 20 views, that's more than what I got. That's more than the 10 views I got last week. You feel me? That's how I look at it, man. That's how I take it, man. And I work hard at this content creation, man. It's hard to really keep my mind on it though, because I got a lot of other stuff in real life going on that I ain't gonna even lie, scares me a little bit. And I just want all that shit to be over with, because I can't fully focus on content because I gotta worry about that. But hey, It is what it is. And I know that. And then I'm out here and there's people in this park and I'm sitting here talking to myself. Most people be like, I don't want to look crazy talking to myself. And I had that fear once before, but now I don't give a damn because I'm not finna constantly let the fact that people are around stop me from getting content, bro. I'm not. If you keep thinking about that every day, then you're never gonna get the content, man. I'm gonna get this motherfucker content. Fuck what somebody think. Fuck what if they laugh or they think I'm crazy. Let them think I'm crazy because once this success comes, then who gonna be looking crazy? They ass. I can't just sit. I'm getting old. I'm 39, bro. I can't sit here and let my life continue to waste to nothing. I refuse to let this just be my life. I can't. I don't want to leave this world with people just saying, "Oh, he was a good man. He was a good person." That's it. My dad was a good man and a good person. Although I saw him as more than that, people only saw him as a good man and a good person. But when you do things and leave your mark in this world, people have way more shit to say about you than that. And I need that not for people, but for my children so they can grow up and be great too. You feel me? So they can grow up and be great. That's my whole thing. I can't tell them to be great and I'm not great myself. But doing these type of things, sitting here, making this content, talking to myself, all this stuff, man, this is my self-care. This is how I'm able to think things out. This is the way I'm able to get my point across. You know, I'm not gonna get it across any other way. I got my microphone on the side of my head. And people probably looking at me. What's that green thing blinking on the side of his head? But get what though? I ain't gotta talk loud. I can talk like use my inside voice and y'all can still hear me. You feel me? So yeah, man. This is my self-care. The content, making content has become a part of my life. Period. That's it. That's my self-care. And then, you know, once I see some good success in this thing, then I find other ways to self-care. But I think the content is gonna always be my go-to as far as self-care goes. I'm hungry now. I might have to stop and grab me a bite to eat on the way back to the crib.